We live by this, we die by this, we don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I'm talking about really soul searching with yourself, getting with yourself, sitting alone with yourself and working through them psychological traumas, emotional traumas. I'm a general, so I'm always on the front line as a general, but I gotta be able to look at each one of my soldiers and see what they need, whether it be psychologically, whether it be helping them with emotional intelligence to navigate their emotions, whether it be to show them how to nurture themselves, whether it be to show them how to exhibit their confidence and find that confidence in themselves. I gotta be able to look at whatever need that it is. And it's beautiful that God allowed me to go through all of these things because I'm a greater blessing. I embrace the things that happened to me in my past with a sense of positivity. I replace that negative emotion attached to it with a positive emotion, and I'm grateful for everything that happened. You love yourself? Because I love myself. So if you don't love yourself, how you gonna be able to love me properly? So many men that done been through that kind of all day, every day, and I made a space and a safe place for men to be able to start healing now. Masculinity don't have to be toxic. It can be sacred. You can love yourself so much. And now when I look at people in their eyes, I see myself or different versions of myself. And me being a nurturer, if I can aid and assist you along your journey, then cool. If I can't, then cool. Just sometimes me being able to just give you a look up, I understand what you're going through. Just speaking to somebody could change their day. That's a cry for help when you see somebody going to the gym 3-4 times a day. Something not right with him, but something wasn't right with me. And as men, we'll go to the gym and just kill ourselves and hurt ourselves in the gym to keep from hurting somebody else. It's a lot of men that suffer in silence. They come up to me, they hug me in the gym, they cry right there when they see me. Because I see you. Amen. I see what you're going through.
When you say suffer in silence, do you know how powerful that is?
We do. It's a lot of us that suffer in silence. I'm the one who's tried to take my own life. I'm the one who said these things so other people understand it's okay to feel like this. But this is the way that I changed it around. I take all of that negative emotion and energy and I turn my pain into passion. I put it into something that better serves me and humanity. I worked hard for these results. I suffered. I went through the fire. Adversity builds character. I wouldn't give it up. God bless the dead, because I ain't gonna give it up. I gave it my all and I ain't getting nothing from it. Gotta be love, I'm up in rank and I ain't push one button. Tatted with faces, I ain't getting uncovered. I know they still trying to get something punished. This, me being triggered like this emotionally, where does this stem from? So it always take me going back. Was it ever a time in my life where my mama or somebody in the family made me feel like I wasn't seen, or made me feel like I wasn't good enough, or made me feel like I wasn't worthy? Like you'd be like, he's so cold-hearted. It's not that we cold-hearted, but we know it's only a matter of time before we go back to jail. So I can't even love my children like I want to. I can't get close to my wife because when I go to jail, I don't want to be in there stressing about them. But I went on Mike Tyson and talked about, me and him shared a story about us both being molested. Like, I'm the only rapper that live in their truth. Ain't nobody living in their truth. I'm gonna preach to you with my actions. What I utter with my mouth, my actions must prove. And the greatest teachers teach without speaking. That's just always been my philosophy, because I'm still learning. And one of my biggest lessons is I'm learning to love the stranger that was once myself. My mind don't even think prison, because I've mastered that. Any facility I go to, I'm gonna be in a leadership position, because I know how to do that. That's not nothing, that's child's play to me. The hardest thing is can you come out here from nothing and be greater than what you was before? If you being factual, like I said, I'm not the richest man in the world. I done been broke more times than I done been rich. I done lost way more fights than I done won, but I won the ones that count. When you met me, you never saw me wear jewelry. My brother died, and I only wear diamonds because Mazzy, he loved jewelry. The beautiful blessing about growing up poor is you done already experienced and dealt and lived with every type of behavior pattern that you gonna ever deal with in life anyway, at an accelerated pace. So you wasn't shielded from the real world. That's the beauty in growing up poor or growing up in poverty. You already dealing with everything. So you already know how to navigate. It ain't been a time that I wasn't scared or I didn't have fear. It's okay to have fear, but I operate and I face that fear with bravery. Takers always recognize givers. Boom. The hardest thing for me to do was to set boundaries and say no and This is the year that I've been putting the energy back into myself for the first time in my life. I had to make other people feel uncomfortable because misery loves company. Anybody I saw in shape, I had to make it not cool to be in shape. I had to make it not cool to look good. I was miserable. I was the most negative person to be around. I wouldn't have wanted to be around me. I was negative. Everything I do is emulated. So I am there. I was chasing something that I already have. The law of lenity states that whenever two opposing forces cannot come to an agreement, the lesser always rules the greater. And you know, I come as I am. I don't drink no more. I don't smoke no more. I go to the gym. I don't have no security. I am free. A lot of people out there that's really want to do the right thing, but they put too much on themselves. I did the small stuff. The little things add up to the big things. Like you start small and work your way. Like anybody that would say get into fitness, I start out walking and drinking water. I wouldn't even change my diet. Wherever you at in life right now, you on the right path, you where you supposed to be. Don't rush it. Slow and steady, anything slow be for sure, anything fast don't last. Just you having that intention to want to make those changes. Right. Anything that go on in the body is energy. Yeah. We are energy. We can take that energy and translate it and transform it into what we needed to transform into. Right. It's just about knowing. Faith isn't something that you just think and believe. Right. It's that substance in your heart where you know, man, I know I could beat it. This is the first time I can say I've been proud of myself. A lot of my results came from beating myself up, being hard on myself. And I guess that was a way of like dealing and working through like a traumatic past. And I just got to the point where I'm able to laugh at myself. I'm back able to stand up and do it from a standing position. You know, you do it on your knees, but I'm able to stand up. I was doing it at first, but I had kind of ripped one of my ab muscles. My body wasn't ready. I was doing it prematurely. So now I'm to the point where I could do it, like standing up. And when I was doing it at the gym, I had kind of like slipped a little bit and I laughed at myself. Yes, and it felt good to be able to laugh at myself and not be embarrassed and not care about what other people think. So for the first time, I really been like happy, and I've been cautious of what I speak to myself. Like my biggest inspiration, Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna show you how great I am. He suffered. They made it hard for him, but he smiled. He found a way to smile through it all. Yeah, he suffered. He died doing what he loved, and I had put it in my mind like this music, I love it. I'm gonna die for it. I love it. I can't stop. But die for this. I love it that much. I'm gonna die for it when a man meets his mission. Him and his mission become one. I'm gonna die for this. But when you live in your spirit and in truth, you make all of the wrong people uncomfortable anyway. So hey, I wasn't made for everybody to like me. Once you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. It was a blessing for me because I gained a greater understanding of myself. I don't have to engage with the world. I create my own world around me.